Good evening. My name is Josh Anderson. I'm here from Blackhawk Middle School. Behind me, these are hand-picked students from across the district. Mostly 8th graders, but from all 6 middle schools. And these are the future stars of high school band and academics. I am so excited about this concert tonight. But it's not all about just the concert this evening. Band is rather analogous to an iceberg. You all get to enjoy the beauty of the iceberg cap that is protruding from the water. That's the concert that we're presenting this evening. However, the mass of the iceberg is submerged and hidden from the audience's eyes. This is the rehearsals, not just from today, but the innumerable hours of individual practice and the rehearsals at their home school. Tonight is truly a celebration of all of this hard work from these fine human beings behind me. I would be remiss if I didn't make sure to thank a few people. First, to J.J. Miller for your theater support here, administrative support here from Rob Franchino. Special thank you to my colleagues who brilliantly collaborated to make tonight a shared effort. And a very special thank you to our hosts, Ben Harloff, Matt Gullickson, and Rich Bergeron. At this point, please check your phones, make sure that they're off. That way all the music is just coming from here on stage. And now on to our conductor. I have known Betsy for many years. We were both at the U of M together as undergrads. Even then, it was obvious that she was something special. Not just because she was a talented flute player, not just because she was a fine musician, but also because she was a wonderful human being. After this point, our paths crossed again when she landed her first job in Burnsville, and I got to sub for her with a little regularity. It's been a lot of fun to watch her career blossom over the years. And since that time, she has come back home to the University of Minnesota. She teaches conducting, leads some fantastic ensembles, and perhaps her most public spot is her leadership of the University of Minnesota Marching Band. It has been a delight to spend the day with her and see someone who is so passionate about band. She has done an amazing job of connecting with these 13 and 14-year-old children, and in one day's work, raised them to some new heights as musicians. So ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome to the stage Professor Betsy McCain.
Well, thank you all so much for the warm reception, and thank you for being here tonight to be part of this performance. These students have been unbelievable to work with today, and I will tell you more about that hard work later, of course. But that first piece you heard from us was called And It Begins, and it was written by a composer who was in college at the time, who was writing, just remembering what it was like to start band and be a kid in band and remembering things that she loved in band music. So she wrote a piece with all the things she loved in band music. So that's what we began with. The next one we're going to play is called Sun Chaser. And for this one, imagine you've just had the greatest day and you don't want this day to end. So we're going to hear the day kind of dawn, and then the day is going to progress. And then the idea is we're in a car and we're just going to keep driving west and keep chasing that sun and not let this day end. So I don't know if their muscles in their faces feel like maybe they're ready for this day to end. We've been working them pretty hard today. But hopefully, energetically, they're excited for this day to keep going on. We have had a great time working together, and we're excited to be able to bring you this next piece. So please enjoy Sun Chaser. Our next piece for you is going to mean different involvement for you as an audience member. We're not going to make you sing or anything, don't worry. But we're going to ask you to think about music in a way that you might not always think about. The composer of this next piece, it's called Reminiscence, encourages everyone in the ensemble and everybody out here to create a storyline to go with this. So we've talked about this throughout the day as we've worked on the music. What you're going to hear in the beginning is this idea of just looking up at the starry night. And you'll hear some beautiful stars happening in the percussion section. And then, if this were a movie, our main character is going to enter into the scene. And the main character here is played by the alto saxophones. So you'll hear this main character music happen. And then our character is going to go through a sequence of events in this movie. Now, all of us on stage have our own movies that we've made up. And some people have shared with friends what's happening, what happens in the middle, what happens in the end, if the end is what we expect or the end is something different and surprising. So this is a time for you as an audience to sit back. You can close your eyes if you want. You can watch your kid if you want to. And think about, what could this mean to you? What could this storyline be? And what can this be that can be really special and unique to every single one of us? So we hope you enjoy Reminiscence. Well, thank you all so much. The next piece we're going to play for you is called Autobahn. And the Autobahn is a highway going through Central Europe that has no speed limit. Sometimes I feel like life can feel that way a little bit, like we're going through with no speed limit, and sometimes you may feel that way, especially, I know, as parents driving kids to this and that and dealing with all that you as audience members do to support these people on stage. There are reeds to buy, there are instruments to repair, there are activities to get to. There's so much that goes into supporting a student in music. And as someone who works with these students once they get to the college level, I can tell you that everything you're doing to help with this absolutely pays dividends. These students are learning so much by being in band. The things that we talk about here are things that are going to make them awesome people in life. And as I write my students' recommendation letters when they leave the university, I'm writing to med schools, I'm writing to law schools, I'm writing for jobs as teachers and writing for jobs as therapists, and I'm writing for everything that they may be doing. And we're able to talk about the things we do every day in band and how that's going to make these people awesome at whatever they do. So we're learning here to work together. We're learning to work in a diverse group. We're learning to play our own part but contribute to a larger whole. We're learning to work really hard. And the older students get, the more they're going to be working on time management and balancing tasks. And all the things that we have to do in our jobs all the time, we learn it in band, and we learn it in a really fun way. So thank you for your support of this, and thank you for helping make all of this happen and allowing everything in your life to work so that these students can be on stage doing this awesome work. Students, will you help me give a big thank you to all of your supporters out here in the audience for being great? It does take a village. Thank you for being in the village with us. So we hope you're getting excited. We hope you're going to get your pulse up a little bit here. We're going to go on the Autobahn. We're going to take you on a drive. We're going to start driving pretty fast. And then in the middle, you're going to hear some rude horn honking of other people going by. We have a little traffic jam that goes on. And then we're going to speed off into the distance at the end. So enjoy Autobahn. I promise we were all safe in the making of that fast driving car piece, and we did make it very clear nobody should ever drive that fast. So, just in music. Now, Josh, Mr. Anderson gave a lot of wonderful thank yous at the beginning of this, and I echo all of that. And knowing that you did not come here to hear me speak, I'm not going to redo those thank yous that Josh has already made. So thank you for taking care of all of that, Mr. Anderson. There is another group of people out here whom I do want to give a big thank you to. It's a lot of fun for me to do things like this because I get to come in for one day, I get to work with all these students with all this awesome energy and just have a blast. That's the tip of the iceberg, what I get to do. The rest of the iceberg is what the music teachers who have been part of these students' educations for so many years have done for so many years. There is no way these students could do what they've done in one day and grow like this from our sight reading to this performance without a great foundation and a great base of amazing teaching. So out there, if you are a band director from the schools, a choir director, an elementary music teacher, a private lesson teacher, a church music educator, anybody who's been a music educator for these folks on the stage, can you please stand? And everyone else, can you help me thank these people for all they've done for these students? There are amazing things happening in this school district in the music world. And I go to a lot of school districts, I work with a lot of students, and I can tell you that this is really special. So to all of those teachers out there, thank you for all your hard work. I know it's really hard work, and I know you love it, but that doesn't mean it's not really hard work. So thanks for being so awesome. And thank you, if there are administrators out there, for supporting this work, for supporting your teachers, for supporting the arts, for supporting music, and special events like this. This is incredible to get these opportunities. So thank you for all of that, and thank you all in the larger community for supporting what's happening here. Now, the district teachers who put this together have done a lot of extra work making this all happen, and especially Mr. Anderson. We've been working for a couple years to get this thing going, as some things have happened in the last 2 years. They've taken some time. So a special thank you to those teachers and Mr. Anderson for making today happen. One more round of applause for those folks who have worked so hard. Our final piece for you today is called The Chimes of Liberty. We've worked really hard on it. We've had a blast. We know you're going to love it as well. So thank you for allowing me to come into your school. Students, thanks for allowing me to come just be like that crazy lady with you all day. We've had a great time. I hope you know how wonderful these students are. And students, I hope you know how proud of you I am. It's been a great day. So we close today with The Chimes of Liberty.